the all-pervadingness of Krishna. Where do all galaxies, stars, and planets exist? In the infinite emptiness of space, of course. There is no star or planet, no matter how big, that is larger or greater than space, simply because they all exist in space. Even if something were to exist solely in the mind, it must be someone's mind, and that someone must exist somewhere, such as on planet Earth, which again exists in the emptiness of space. Since imagining endless emptiness is rather challenging, what devotees do, for the sake of attaining focus and concentration, is to make use of vigrahas and images to contemplate upon the all-pervading Supreme Divine Brahman personified as Krishna. The lack of this fundamental understanding of Brahman or Krishna leads to confusion, delusion, fears, sects, subsects, and so on. Arjuna, who represents all of humankind in the SRIMAD BHAGAVAD Gita, also had similar questions and doubts in his mind, for which he asks Krishna in Shloka 12:01. Among the devotees who are ever steadfast and worship you, and those who worship the imperishable and formless Absolute, which of them are better versed in yoga? In the 4 subsequent shlokas, Krishna explains as follows. Shlokas 12:2-5. Shloka 12:02. Sri Bhagavan Krishna said, "Those who fixing their minds on me, worship me, and are ever steadfast and endowed with supreme faith, I regard them as the best of yogis." Shlokas 12:3-4. Those who worship the imperishable, the indefinable, the unmanifest, the omnipresent, the unthinkable, the eternal, the formless, and the immovable, have their senses controlled, possess a balanced mind, and are engaged in the welfare of others, certainly come to me. Shloka 12:05. Those whose minds are set on an unmanifest and impersonal absolute power face difficulties in reaching the goal. This is because people always identify with the body, and when there is no perceptible form, it is difficult to perceive. Therefore, always remember to never limit Krishna to a vigraha, image, or even a particular temple, which are methods created by devotees to enable visualizing the one all-pervading formless one. Now shut your eyes and try visualizing space, empty space. What do you see? In case you see something, then what you see is not empty space. Try again. A person in complete dhyana has an empty mind, just like the infinite space or akasha, with no forms, images, thoughts whatsoever. That is the true state of the Supreme Self. It is the highest state of being the all-pervading Brahman or Krishna himself, in which all forms, all beliefs, all emotions, all religions, all deities, all differences, all feelings of doership, and those of being a separate entity simply vanish. If you ever succeed in attaining such a state of mind, you can be sure that you have attained Brahma-jnana and moksha here on earth, and in this life, even before the death of your physical body. Sages have said that Brahman is that which is eternal, does not move, and is the greatest. Therefore, logically speaking, anything that exists in space cannot be greater than space. This is exactly the grand truth about the all-pervading divine principle that has been taught by Krishna in this Shloka 11:20. So, remember that if you happen to worship someone some deity, or anything with a form, you are not worshipping the all-pervading supreme divine principle. Please watch my video titled Brahmagnana Valimala and be blessed with the inspiration of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. It will help you realize that the self in you is the all-pervading Brahman or Krishna. Shloka 11:20. Dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram vyaaptam tva-yaikena dishash-cha sarvaaha drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman. The entire space between the earth and all the worlds and all the directions are pervaded by you alone, O Mahatma. Having seen your marvelous and fierce form, the three worlds are trembling in awe. Dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram vyaaptam tva-yaikena dishash-cha sarvaaha drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman. Dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram vyaaptam tva-yaikena vyaaptam tva-yaikena dishash-cha sarvaaha drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman. Dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram vyaaptam tva-yaikena dishash-cha sarvaaha drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman. Dyaavaa-pruthivyor-idam-antaram vyaaptam tva-yaikena dishash-cha sarvaaha drishtvaa'dbhutam roopam-ugram tavedam lokatrayam prav-yathitam mahaatman. पृथ्वी और समस्त लोकों तथा समस्त दिशाओं के बीच का समस्त अवकाश में केवल आप ही व्याप्त हैं। हे महात्मा, आपके इस अद्भुत तथा उग्र रूप को देखकर तीनों लोग भय से कांप रहे हैं। பூமிக்கும் எல்லா உலகங்களுக்கும் இடையே உள்ள முழு வெளியும் எல்லா திசைகளும் உங்களால் மட்டுமே வியாபித்திருக்கின்றன. மகாத்மரே, உங்களது இந்த அற்புதமான மற்றும் உக்கிரமான வடிவத்தை கண்டு மூன்று உலகங்களும் அச்சத்தால் நடுங்குகின்றன. భూమికి అన్ని లోకాలకు మరియు అన్ని దిక్కుల మధ్య ఉన్న మొత్తం స్థలం మీరు మాత్రమే వ్యాపించున్నారు. ఓ మహాత్మా, మీ ఈ అద్భుతమైన మరియు భయంకరమైన రూపాన్ని చూసి మూడు లోకాలు భయంతో వణికిపోతున్నాయి. ನೀವೇ ಭೂಮಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಅಂತರವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸಿದ್ರಿ. ಓ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಭವ್ಯವಾದ ಮತ್ತು ಭಯಂಕರವಾದ ರೂಪವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಮೂರು ಲೋಕಗಳು ಭಯದಿಂದ नडुगुತ್ತವೆ. पृथ्वी आणि सर्व जगामधील संपूर्ण अंतराळ आणि सर्व दिशांना केवळ तुम्हीच व्यापलेला आहात. हे महात्मा, तुमचे विलक्षण आणि उग्र रूप पाहून तीनही लोक भयाने थरथरत आहेत. ഭൂമിക്കും എല്ലാ ലോകങ്ങൾക്കും ഇടയിലുള്ള മുഴുവൻ സ്ഥലവും എല്ലാ ദിശകളും അങ്ങ് മാത്രം വ്യാപിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. ഹേ മഹാത്മാവേ, അങ്ങയുടെ വിസ്മയകരവും ഉഗ്രവുമായ രൂപം കണ്ട് മൂന്ന് ലോകങ്ങളും ഭയത്താൽ വിറയ്ക്കുന്നു.